Hello everybody, I'm here with a Kenmore 8 stitch, meaning that this is 8 stitches. Your indicator is right here and how to make, you move this to make the indicator let you do straight stitches, zigzags, to all these different stitches, to buttonholes. This is your reverse, this is your length, this is your on button, which we'll get to that in a minute. This is your tension, which I have it turned, and when you turn your tension, your needle has to be in the highest position and your foot has to be down for it to click in, okay? But it's between the 4 and the 5. This is your pressure, foot pressure. I have it set for cotton. All the way down means denim. All the way up means lightweight material like sheer type material, okay? Well, right now, I have it set for cotton, okay? And this is a table, and this has a little extender leg. You move the leg up in order to pop this off, like this. And this is your bottom feed right there. So this is where you feed it from the bottom, and it has the bobbin and everything in there. You put this back, you put this into this little slot, make sure it lines up, then you put this back down. Now if you have this down and you're trying to pull this, it won't let you pull it because this little rubber cap here is going to make it so you can't even open it, okay? So in a way it's a good thing so it doesn't fall off so easily, so which is really nice. Okay. This is your bobbin rewind. You put your spool thread here, you come all the way over here, and you go around this way and back, and then you have to thread it through your bobbin and everything, and then you push it down here, and then you click this over, and then you to release your sewing machine so it won't sew, and you can actually fill your bobbin. Now if you're sewing and you want to fill a bobbin, you can do that, but you got to watch, because if you don't watch, then you're going to have this issue show up, and then you're going to be bugging me. You're going to have all this wad of thread getting stuck in here, and then I have to tear this whole thing apart to get to it, to get it out, okay? And then there was another wad down in here because somebody probably turned this when they had their foot up and their needle up and their foot up, and that caused a whole bunch of lag down in there, so that caused a whole bunch of wrapping up. Had a bunch of little dust bunnies in there, some hard pieces of look like plastic, but it's actually grease. That's right there. And there's rust. I took all the rust off this machine, so now the machine's running in perfect condition. Okay, to thread this one, you always want to thread from the back, especially on these older spools. Now, if you have one of those newfangled ones, you can run front or back, but this is an old spool, so you got to run from the back so it don't get caught on that little cut off area. Anyway, so it goes this way. It goes into this looper, down into the tension, but before the tension, you got to lift that foot. Now, this thing can still be down and lift the foot because now the chambers are open. See how loose they are? When it's down, it won't receive the thread because I can't even barely move it, okay? So you want to make sure that's up so it grabs the thread and goes in, and you pull this way and come back, and that makes sure it's in that little, looper thing. Then you go up and you have to actually thread this one. So you thread it through that hole, come back down through this area, into this area, into the there's an actual, if you guys can see it, there's a little wire right there. You got to string it through. Actually go from this way and string it back. Make sure that's down, and then your needle will be in the highest position, and you can thread it like that because there's no threader on this machine. Or you can have a hand little threader. You push this way, put the thread in, and then pull it back that way. You can do it that way. It's one of the many ways you can do it. Let's see what else. I'm trying to think if I hit everything. I think I got everything. This here is your button to turn it on. Okay, so now we're on. We get to listen to this, and so you guys get to hear it. It sounds a lot better. It was really knocking and pinning and all kinds of weird noises coming out of it, but now it's not doing that because all the oil and everything is now it's kind of lubricating everything in the grease I put in there, replaced it, and now it's running a lot better. It still has a teeny tiny knocking noise, but that will disappear too. You probably don't even know it's even there because you probably won't even notice it, but I do because I know what it's supposed to sound like. Okay, here we go. And then we got the reverse right over here, so we're going to push that down, and it's going to go backwards. And then we're going to let it go back up. So we're going to turn this until we get it back to the center, and then I'll show you how it's sewing. All right, now let's get that back down. There we go. All right, this is the one we were stitching on right there. It went around all the way around to there, okay? So we're going to flip this over, and then you can see it's stitching great on the bottom. All right, now this lady will be able to pick up her sewing machine today if she'd like to. She got a free needle, and I took it out of this multi-pack. Yes, I have an original sewing machine needles. I mean, I don't have very many of these. They're almost gone, but this is the original. And that's a multi-pack. If she wants that, she has to let me know. And I gave her another package of 14s, because 14s are more like the all-purpose one. You can use it for cotton. Let's see, anything else I gotta tell you guys? I don't know. I think I got everything. I put my my label right here so she can actually, and it has the date, so she'll know whenever she came. She will be able to know whenever she needs me. There's a phone number on it, and it has a date when it was last had a deep cleaning. Recommend if she uses it a whole lot to get a deep cleaning every 6 months. If she waits a year, it might be really gummy and messed up pretty bad. Some people do wait a year. Some people wait 5 years and come back and say, I can't get the machine running. Why do you wait 5 years? You could get that deep cleaning once a year or every 6 months, and it'll be running all the time perfectly for you, and I can check everything. Oh, well, some people just don't want to do what they want to do. But anyway, if you have a sewing machine like this, I'd love to hear from you guys. I want to know where you got your sewing machine. It was a handy-down, or did you find it in a thrift shop? Or you can even tell me what you like to make with it, or you just like just basic sewing. I mean, some people like to make quilts, some people like to make clothing. I don't know what you like to do. I like to know. Okay, so tell me a little more about what you have for sewing machine, and let me know, because I would love to hear from you. Okay, and I want you to like the video, share the video with your friends and family, or anybody you want to share it with, and comment below, and I'll talk to you guys later. Okay, bye bye.